I just recently relocated to Worcester from Arizona, and this wonderful, wild Worcester world, and I can say that because half of my Chilean family live in Worcester, and we're just so diverse, from Muslim to Christian, and also our colors is a rainbow. And also one of my members of my family, Tito, who immigrated here when he was 7 years old to Worcester, he would always be the one to visit me in Arizona. So I decided in July that I was going to migrate to be close to my family. And one hot, dry, heated Arizona afternoon, I packed my car, the sun beaming on me, assuring that I had dry mouth consistently, and I migrated to the north of Arizona. And in there, past the Navajo Res, there was gray clouds accumulating, and I experienced rain and hail as a bidding farewell from the state. My first stop was Gallup, New Mexico. The next morning, I woke up and I took that control of that pet-friendly motel television, and I turned it on to see the screen of the Weather Channel. And my cousin Tito always would be the informant of saying that, oh, there's a hurricane, or there's a lot of flooding, or it's gonna snow, how you like the heat wave, and also I'm a half an hour driving in front of a tornado, and I'm like, a tomato, he would call tornadoes tomatoes. So I said, I'm gonna call my cousin Tito, and when I called, I was surprised because my cousin, his brother, my cousin Pablo, answered. He was in the possession of my cousin Tito's phone. In 1 minute, it was determined that I didn't know what was happening in Worcester, and then in 5 minutes, we concluded that the conversation would be continued. I packed the phone, the cell phone, my 2 cats, the 2 snakes, the raven, into my vehicle, Silver Bells, and I exited. And I was parallel to a Southwestern train, with the background being the earth-colored tone of the mountains as the backdrop. And I made it here with the phrases of, when are we there? Did we get there yet? There's a pilot travel center. There's a nice parking lot. I can sleep for 3 hours, nap, and then continue. I arrived in Worcester, Massachusetts, pre-dawn. The stars were illuminating me as I unpacked some of my belongings. The raven flew out. I had the 2 cats and 2 snakes. Within hours, I was at the ICU in a hospital here in Worcester. My cousin Tito had a stroke. His left side was paralyzed, and he mumbled, his speech was jumbled, and he could not swallow. His throat was as dry as mine previously had been 4 days before I saw him. And so my last experience with him was beautiful. We were seeing the remnants of the Hurricane Irene, and the ICU with the Weather Channel there, seeing what was happening in our part of the country in Worcester together. And so I dedicate this story to him and my ancestors, because he was a great, wacky, wild storyteller. And it's a nice welcoming to be back to Worcester and to be able to share that memory and to go to the places where he would have loved to gone, like China and Alaska and Italy and India. So my dedication is to him and following, because it is the spirit that exists, the energy force, and not the vehicle of his body, that is the important to continue. And this great oral tradition of storytelling that the Aymaras from Chile have, and that's what we are. Thank you.